UFC Fight Night, Cejudo versus Song, full card, quick pick predictions. We're going to start with the first prelim of the card, make our way to the main event. We got 11 fights, a lot of cancellations, so only 11 fights, unfortunately, on this UFC Fight Night. But if you do want to see all the bets we are making for this current UFC Fight Night, we have that and more in that pinned comment down below. For the Burt MMA Gold membership, it includes all 5 perks. The MMA bets, props, money lines, parlays for UFC, PFL, GFL, whatever. We have early fight news, so fights that aren't announced yet to the UFC and to the public. We actually have a list of some fights that, are kind of behind the scenes as well. We have a full UFC ranking system for every fighter, every weight class, not just the top 15. We got the best prospects outside the UFC and a way for you guys to legitimately contact and talk to and ask questions to current UFC fighters. I think that's a cool perk as well there. So check it out. Pin comment down below. Without further ado, let's get into it. First fight of the night. We do have Modestas Bukauskas, Rafael Cerqueira. I could totally see a knockout. Again, I made it known. I could totally see this one going Modestas knockout. Round 1, round 2 after seeing Rafael get knocked out badly in his last fight by Aslan. But I'm going to have to go decision. I think Modestas is going to defend whatever takedowns come his way. Make this fight a striking affair between the two and just out-volume Rafael. Rafael has some good power. Modestas has some good power as well. But I think it's going to be more of a technical back-and-forth striking affair where Modestas has the better kicks. He's a little bit faster, and then we look at the reach as well. He's a little bit longer, so he's going to be able to land that jab and right hand a little bit better than Rafael as well. I got Modestas winning by unanimous decision. Mansour Abdul-Malik taking on Nick Klein. I got Mansour by knockout in round 1, round 2. Again, Nick is the wrestler, he's the grappler. Mansour is the wrestler in this case. When you got a guy that's more of a wrestler, and then you got him fighting a grappler, the wrestler's going to defend the takedowns. He's going to decide exactly where he wants that fight to go. And if, again, in this case, when the wrestler is the better striker, he's just going to not entertain any of the grappling. I think this fight stays on the feet. Nick Klein is going to try his best to get it to the ground so he can search for a submission on Mansour, but Mansour will keep it on the feet and I think knock out Nick Klein with his much superior striking. Javid Basharat taking on Ricky Simone. The odds are crazy for this fight. Javid should be much of a slighter lean on the betting odds. These are minus 300 is insane. I got Ricky Simone winning at least a round for sure. 29-28 decision going Javid. I think Ricky will land some takedowns throughout this fight, but overall Javid defending some of those and outstriking with a little bit more volume. And with the better kicks. He's taller, he's lengthier, or not lengthier, 69 inches, but he's taller, better kicker, and overall just a much better striker overall. So I gotta say, Javid Basharat, unanimous decision, but Ricky is live. Ricky is very, very live. Nursultan Ruziboev, Eric McConico at middleweight. Short notice fight here. I got Nursultan by knockout. In round number 2, I think Eric McConico is going to try to enter that range. He's a little bit smaller, a little bit less of the reach. He's going to have to get inside, and I think Nursultan Ruziboev is going to catch him with a counter coming in right down the middle. He doesn't really throw a lot of looping punches, but I think Nursultan will land a shot right down the middle on Eric McConico's chin and knock him out in round 1 or in round number 2. Cutelaba, Aslan in the light heavyweight division. I got Aslan by decision. Cutelaba is a hard guy to finish for sure. He's lost 2 fights by decision. Hard guy to knock out, my fault. Magomedov, his first knockout loss, wasn't a really real knockout loss. He actually got knocked out in the second fight to Magomedov, then he got knocked out for real against Kennedy Nzechukwu. He gets rocked and hurt a lot of his fights, but he finds a way to survive in a lot of them. So I think it's actually going to be really, really tough for Aslan to knock out Cutelaba, because once he hurts Iwan, sorry, their names are so similar. Once he hurts Iwan, he's just going to clinch, he's going to wrestle, he's going to make it a dogfight, and he's going to survive. So I think this fight goes all the way and is a 29-28 absolute war in the light heavyweight division. I go back and forth on this one a lot. In Ebo by knockout, Ebo by decision. So it's 50-50 for me. I think Ebo can easily knock out Iwan and catch him. And Iwan tries to survive, but Ebo just lets him back up, rocks him again, and the ref stops it. I can totally see Iwan surviving, and the fight goes all the way. So we'll see. 29-28 or an early round 1, round 2 knockout for Aslan. Then we got Fili, Costa. I got the dog here. He's now an underdog in the featherweight division. Let's go check out the odds really quickly. Fili plus 100, plus 105 on some of these betting odds sites as well. I got the dog in Andre Fili going out there and out-voluming Melquizael on the feet. I think Andre has good takedown defense. He's going to be, I believe, taller, a little bit lengthier as well. He's the better striker, taller, lengthier, more volume, better kicks, more experience, good wrestling and takedown defense. I think that's kind of the way you beat a guy like Melquizael. But Melquizael is live. He's got decent power in his hands and submission ability. So if Melquizael is going to win, it's going to be a finish. If Fili's going to win, it's going to be a decision. I got Fili by a decision. Alonzo Julius, I think round 1, Julius wins. Round 2, Alonzo. Round 3, Alonzo. And it goes to a decision, 29-28 Alonzo, or we got a round 2, round 3, late finish for Alonzo Menifield. I just believe he's going to have the better cardio as Julius is stepping in on short notice. Julius hasn't even been to a round number 3, so if this fight goes to round 3, I think that's where Alonzo is going to start to pick it up and possibly finish Julius Walker. John Silva Melsik, I think this is a 29-28, very close decision. A lot of people are like, this is a lock. John Silva's going to dominate. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a close back-and-forth fight of the night affair. 29-28, going John Silva. I think volume-wise, they're pretty similar. Striking, kicking, punching, everything technique-wise and everything is very even. There's not like a significant advantage in either guy. But where somebody does have the advantage is with John Silva, just having so much more power than Melsik Baghdasaryan. So I got to say, John Silva by decision to hurt Melsik on the feet a few times and win the fight by literally just landing the bigger shots. Melsik will probably land the same volume, but get hit with the harder shots. And that's why I'll go John Silva, 29-28 decision. Then for my underdog of the card, we're going to talk about it later on in my next video, but I got Rob Font. He's a 2-1 underdog now on the betting odds. I think he outstrikes John Matsumoto, defends 60% of the takedowns from John, and makes this more of a striking fight, and just outstrikes John Matsumoto on the feet. John, he's good with the body shots and leg shots as well. Just the head, he's not that good in my opinion. I think Rob Font is going to outland him with the boxing, with the jabs, with the 1-2s, and defend most of the takedowns from John. John will for sure land some takedowns here, but overall, I have this fight staying on the feet, and Rob Font winning a unanimous decision. Anthony Hernandez, Brendan Allen. I am rooting for a fluffy finish, but I'm going to have to go 29-28 Anthony Hernandez. I think round 1 goes Brendan Allen, round 2, and round 3 go fluffy Hernandez. The argument I use is every position, he's just doing more. When they're grappling, when they're clinching, Fluffy's going to be landing punches. When they are at range, Brendan's going to be more technical. Fluffy's going to be landing and throwing more punches. So I think Fluffy is going to win this fight significantly just because of the fact that he lands more and he throws more. He just throws a lot of volume. Whenever you're clinched, he's randomly throwing punches. He shoots a takedown, and he'll come up with a shot, and then go back in on the takedown. He's just constantly working and working and working, which I really love. I'm hoping for a late finish because I want to see Anthony kind of pushed a little bit more in this middleweight division and become a star, so I'm rooting for a finish, but I got to go 29-28. It's a hard thing to finish Allen on the ground, which is what Fluffy's likely going to be trying to do. If you're going to finish Allen, it's mainly going to be a TKO, and I know, let's go back, Anthony's already beaten him. He wasn't able to finish him then. I don't think he'll be able to now. I think the fight goes all the way. I am going to go with Anthony Fluffy Hernandez by unanimous decision. Henry Cejudo, Yadong Song, main event time. I got Yadong Song. I think Henry will win a round, maybe 2 rounds. But overall, Yadong's going to defend a lot of takedowns. I like his takedown defense a lot. I think he's just going to defend him or get right back up on whatever Henry does land. And, technique-wise, obviously Henry is very, very good, but Yadong is a lot taller. He lands a lot harder, so I think Cejudo will land similar volume to Yadong, mix in a takedown or 2. But Yadong is just going to be hitting with a lot more oomph against Henry Cejudo. So I got Yadong Song not knocking out Henry. The only time Henry's been knocked out was a very, very long time ago against Demetrius Johnson with the knees and punches, 9 years ago. I got this fight going all the way. Song Yadong by decision. That's what I got. Yadong Song, Anthony Hernandez, underdog Rob Font, John Silva, Alonzo Menifield, underdog Andre Fili, Ibo Aslan, Nursultan Ruziboev, Javid Basharat, Mansour Abdul-Malik, and Modestas Bukauskas. So only 2 underdogs this week. Last week and the week before, I think I had 4. But this is more of a favorite card. I do feel like it's more of a favorite card. But we'll see. Thank you guys for watching the quick pick predictions. Of course, pin comment down below for all of this. Check it out. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.